Oh wow, that connected fast today. And I'm still waiting for a picture. There we go. We are live and we have a picture. We are 2 for 2 today.
I'm recording.
Okay. My pen.
And let's see. I don't know if I can do 2 faces and like 2 heads in one day in 90 minutes with gouache, but we'll try.
Well, it'll be fun to try and see what happens. Right?
Yeah.
All right, everybody. It is Friday. This is a big TGIF today. And everyone is saying hello from everywhere.
Hello.
In case anybody's wondering, today, the reason we were a couple minutes late is throughout the year, Archer and Olive launches new products for journaling. And this morning they launched their holiday thing, which really isn't very holiday-ish this year. It's more retro. But some of the things are pretty cute, and they have some new stencils out, which is really cute. So that's what I was doing this morning. I was doing that.
You're going to have to start doing some of those
videos, yeah. And just in case I didn't tell anybody, I have an affiliate code with them. So I posted it on my Instagram, but I've got 10% off for anybody who wants it. It's just DSABA Producer 10. And if you go there, you can get 10% off if you want to buy something. But their stuff's kind of expensive, so it's always better to have a discount code. Gail says, fabulous fart around Friday. What are we up to today? How are you two doing?
Oh, good. Hey, Gail. Someone had recommended in the comments, like literally this morning, they recommended planes, trains, and automobiles. And I've never really been a huge fan of planes, trains, and automobiles. I don't like movies where people are annoying, like where people are just like really, really, really annoying. And so I tend to avoid them. But
is that because you live with me?
I don't like movies that make me feel uncomfortable.
Why does this one make you feel uncomfortable?
It's John Candy plays, and it's funny, but he plays a guy who's just just one of those people who talks all the time and is just kind of always, he's a slob and always doing just the most annoying things. And Steve Martin's just trying to get home, and...
you identify with Steve Martin.
In this case, I do.
That's what
Steve Martin could play an annoying person too, but not in this movie. He plays the straight man.
Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Marguerite says, hello from beautiful British Columbia, Canada. Wet, intermittent rain and cold.
Oh, no.
Well, I wish we had some rain.
Winter just came really early.
Yeah. We feel that you're cold because we woke up the last 3 or 4 days. It's been in the 20s and 30s in the morning. And it went from the 80s to the 20s and 30s. And we have whiplash. Seriously. Winter just whoosh, hit. One Up Girl says good morning.
Hey, One Up Girl, I saw your drawing on DeviantArt. I replied to it. Thank you again.
I love watching you do gouache. You have a unique painting style.
Oh, thank you.
Good morning from Japan. How are y'all doing?
We're doing good.
Hi from the Philippines with love. Morning from Arizona.
Good morning.
I can't wait for this live. Emma's here and says hello. By the way, we have Emma and Bethany, and I see Jamie Brown. Ryan says good morning.
Hello.
Let's see. Scott, I have to wake in the middle of the night for this, but gosh, so worth it. That's Selma. Hello from the UAE.
Hello.
Happy Halloween. How was your Halloween?
It was good. I mean, no one came by for trick-or-treating, so it was really just...
uneventful.
Yeah.
However, marshmallows will give you a sugar hangover the next day, no matter how many you eat. Just mental note. Vilco says we have to use acrylics in school, and it's hard, but it's fun at the same time.
Oh, that's good. It's good to learn.
Stretch yourself. Learn something new. I love watching you do gouache. You have such an amazing painting style. That's Derpy Freedom.
Oh, thank you. For me, it's hit and miss. The ugly phase is so long that when I'm painting live, I feel like I'm letting everybody down. And also, I never know if it's going to come out good because sometimes my paintings just don't ever escape the ugly phase. So we'll see.
Did you say good morning to Jamie?
Oh, good morning, Jamie.
Mushroom Girl says, good midday from the Netherlands. I'm drawing a Meteor Man from Rings of Power, and I'm very glad to join you.
Oh, nice. Good midday.
And then Mocha Rain has a PSA. For Aussies, an art store called Eckersley's has a great deal on Arch's watercolor paper. Woohoo.
Oh, nice.
Thank you for sharing that. We love to be able to share with everybody around the world what you guys, and we don't know, so... And since I'm not sure I'm ever going to get to Australia because, my God, those spiders are big, it's good to know. You guys have Arch's paper. Savannah says hello. Barney says hello. Dalton says, wait, Scott's on DeviantArt?
Oh, God, I was on DeviantArt like when it first opened up.
Yeah, probably before you were born.
Yeah, you'll see some really old pieces of art there.
Oh, guess what? The mailing is slowing down. We are all caught up. Well, the orders that came in last night were not caught up on, obviously. But everything's shipped. We've also gotten some things back in the mail. So if you ordered something...
And it hasn't come in yet.
And it hasn't come in...
Check your email.
Yes, because it might be returned or we don't know. Worse. So I have a box full of returns. So we will begin to reach out to the most current ones, but everybody should have gotten an email. Rensky says, I got a 9 out of 10 for art and design. I'm so glad I watch you guys every day.
Hey, congratulations.
Good for you. Bumble Bell says, greetings from Hong Kong.
Good. Well, greetings.
Mushroom Girl just had a hurricane, so they want something aside from rain.
Oh, jeez.
Ryan says, can confirm Marguerite. I'm also in British Columbia. Brandy B says, Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Oh my God, you made me snort with laughter. You know that movie, don't ya?
So, rather than working in with a pencil, I thought I would enjoy, just because I like to doodle with the colored pencil, I thought I would just kind of doodle with the colored pencil and see if I can get most of the values and shading in. So basically do like a quick colored pencil sketch and then throw some colored pencil, some gouache on top of that.
So what paper are we using today?
This is the cheap hot press that I get from Plaza Art.
Okay.
And can you guys see this okay? Because I think I zoomed in as much as I could.
Yeah, we can see it fine. But so that's the one that, that's why you're using more pencil, because it's hot press and it's smoother?
Yeah, it's really, come try it if you want to.
No, I'm okay.
It's really, it's like buttery.
Like buttery. I don't believe you. Okay. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Still waking up over here. Good morning from Indiana. Good morning from Vietnam. Hello from Egypt.
Good morning.
Are we ready for Christmas? Are you kidding? Heck yeah, we're ready for Christmas. Bring it on. Same here in NB, Canada. NB. What's NB?
Non-binary.
No. Last weekend it was sunny and warm and beautiful, and we got snow the next day. I know, it's crazy, right?
I sent the October prints off to the printer yesterday. So it should be a couple weeks, and then, yeah, all 13 of them.
Did you decide on a design?
Yeah.
Okay, this is all clearly news to me. I guess I better order some packaging in that case. Yeah, I better get on that. All right, let me make a note. Order packaging, because I didn't know those went to the printer. Okay then. Order packaging. For October. Alright. Alrighty then. Clearly was rolling too many posters yesterday. And I missed that one. Duck Astley sent you a tip and says, I have watched your stuff for a while, first live.
Oh, well, thank you and welcome.
And Steph Nerd says, morning.
Good morning, Steph Nerd.
I saw trains and clicked on. Good night, Scott from the Philippines.
Good night, sweet dreams.
This person says, your voices are so calming. I had a really bad day today, and this is like an escape to peace for me, so thank you guys so much.
Aww.
Adelina says, good morning from Kosovo.
Kosovo.
Hi from Italy.
Hello.
Bethany says, I agree with Donna on most everything. However, I am not ready for Christmas. Oh, New Brunswick. Thank you for that. You got to work with me on this, people. I'm usually pretty good geographically speaking, and you guys know that. But
I don't know. I kind of like non-binary Canada.
Boy. Derpy says, I think the ugly phase is really interesting. I love how you push through like I could never do that, and it ends up so good. It's actually one of the reasons you're my favorite artist.
Oh, thank you. Well, so if you guys remember the Corner of Shame, that is 99% gouache pieces. So when you say I always push through, I don't.
He doesn't.
And the ones in the Corner of Shames are the ones that I got like a lot of it that I'm like, ooh, I really like this. Oh, crap, I don't like it anymore. And then most of the time I'll just throw them away. So that's the gouache is the leading cause of Corner of Shames, more so than watercolors.
Do you use photo reference for your sketch?
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at a photo. I'm not doing a great job of getting the likeness of Steve Martin, but I'm doing my best. So this is what I'm doing. And they're never perfect. And I've come to be okay with that. Like, I was looking at Wednesday's Ozzy Osbourne. It's really bad. It's it really doesn't look like him. So, but it's you do it, you make the attempt, and if I really, really, really needed it to be perfect, I would really do a good job of tracing it and gosh, I think I got his mouth off.
Literally took a taxi, a bus, a train, and a plane yesterday. That was Scott Attenborough. Hello from Australia. It's 1 a.m. and I can't sleep. I love the stream. That's Karsten.
Oh, hello.
Mr. Bijutsu says hello from Finland. It's really cold here and wet.
Hello.
The land of Teemu Solani. Let's see. My art goes through the ugly phase and stays that way. Good morning from Ireland. Cheers on the tea this morning. One Up Girl says, a daily good morning from Rachel to you as well. She's doing some school games on her PC for a break and wanted me to say hi.
Oh.
Hi, Rachel. Be good for mom today. Lots of love from Pakistan. Kermito is in the chat and says good morning. Your voices are the first voices I hear every morning when you guys go live. That's Maya.
Oh.
I'm so sorry about that. Do you sell bookmarks? I've been looking for some new ones, actually.
Yeah, we still have some of the hair journal ones left. So they look like... So they look like these.
Mm-hmm. The hijab is my favorite.
And the shipping is really cheap for those.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
How does he grip his brush while using it? Does the grip help?
The brush? I don't know. I was never really trained to paint, so I just hold it the same way that I hold my pencil.
because the journey continues. Currently watching Scott at 34,000 feet. Hey, that's cool. You're on a plane. I can never get stuff to work when I'm on a plane. How are you doing that? I want to know. Kieran wants to know, what's your favorite part of doing art?
Finishing it.
God, I knew you were going to say that.
I like, because the rest of it is so fraught with emotion and trepidation and your worry, and so I like going, whew, I made it, you know? This didn't suck that bad, you know?
This didn't suck that bad. There's levels of how much things suck, you know? So just in case you're curious. Ishanvir says, yay, gouache time. Leonore says, good afternoon from Portugal.
Good afternoon.
I was drinking a lovely port from your country on Halloween night while sitting outside with my girlfriend. Have you ever been to Guatemala?
No. We have not traveled as much as we'd like to.
No, it would be easier to tell you where we've been as to tell you where we still want to go. Our list is so long. We are hoping to go lots and lots of places. What's both of your favorite tool in art?
I think currently it's my sketchbook, my Be Creative sketchbook.
Mine's my fountain pen. I'm getting ready to change colors in my fountain pen. I'm super excited. I'm saving spiced apple for December.
Oh, yeah?
I am indeed, because I think it's a beautiful red. So I'm saving spiced apple for December. So I'm trying to decide what my November color is going to be. I think it needs to be a brown, but I have a couple of different brown colors because it's sort of like the leaves are falling, and right now I have a patchy sunset in there, and I think that was good for October, but now I need to go more towards a brown color. It's very exciting.
That's very exciting.
Who are you sketching? I just woke up. That's Faker.
This currently is Steve Martin, and then the other one will be John Candy. I'll show you the picture.
It was much hotter today than the rest of the week here, says Saroja.
So there's Steve Martin and John Candy from the movie Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Good night from India.
Good night. Have a wonderful evening.
Good morning from Cumberland, Maryland. Cinemania says, love your art, Scott. Warm regards from upstate New York.
Oh, thank you.
What is the sketch on the left? Is it abandoned? Paisley would like to know.
Oh, no. This was, someone was, I was doing a live at some point, and someone had asked me probably how do I map out a face or something like that, and I did a quick little thing like that. That's probably all it was. Sometimes I turn to the top of the paper, the lid, the cover, and I'll do a little sketch. This is the closest thing I could reach for. All right, so John Candy.
Let's see. Can you please make a video for what are the most important art supplies for beginners?
Paper, I did. Paper and pencil. Mm-hmm. Darn it.
Yeah, is that in the Art Hacks? Boy, I heard that snap. Is that in the Art Hacks playlist?
Yeah.
Okay.
It should be, I think the title of it is Making Art Shouldn't Make You Broke.
Could one of the mods, could you link it in for Mr. Bijutsu? If you guys wouldn't mind. Good afternoon from Israel. Good evening from India.
Good afternoon.
Hello,
and good evening.
And good morning from Saskatchewan, Canada. Okay, that always reminds me. The North Pole via, blah, 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 Saskatchewan, something in the Aurora Borealis. Yep, it is Frosty the Snowman. That'll be $3,002 or something like that. And then Oh, we don't have any money. No money. No ticket. So then Frosty gets to ride in a refrigerator car full of Christmas cakes, which is very exciting.
Illegally.
Excuse me, he's a snowman and nothing he does is illegal. Hello.
He's not bound by your mortal laws.
He's not. He's magic, so sorry, not sorry. The 3B's art says when it hits November 1st, it's time for Christmas trees. Let's see.
I like the whole...
One of our neighbors actually put up Christmas lights already.
Oh, yeah. The one at the corner?
No. There's one down on the long street. They put Christmas trees on their little conifers. They put Christmas lights on their house. It's ridiculous.
Not on the conifers.
I'm telling you.
I don't know what a conifer is.
The fuzzy bushes that are shaped like Christmas trees.
Just call them by their natural name, fuzzy bushes.
Fuzzy bushes. Okay. You're weird. Let's see. Let's see. Wayne Gretzky said you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yep.
So take that shot. That is correct. I got to meet him at a Starbucks. I did indeed. He was there with his wife having coffee. It was very polite.
And she very kindly asked for an autograph on her shopping list.
And you still have that autograph.
Still up on my wall in the Hobbit hole.
Just saying. And I had him say to Scott. Why? Because that's the kind of wife I am. Just saying. Snowmen tremble at my presence. Now I have to fight the urge to make a snowball joke. Love from the Midwest. Honestly, gouache is hard. You'll never know how it's going to wind up.
Yeah. It's, when I was doing it every day, I was feeling very confident. But when you don't do it for a while, it's like, oh God, I don't know what's going to happen.
Let's see. One Up Girl says, I don't decorate for holidays except for Christmas. I cannot wait. In a couple weeks, our stuff is going up. I love Christmas. I have been relegated to not decorating until the day after Thanksgiving.
Because the boys want to help?
Not only do they want to help, but I've been told their favorite holiday is now Thanksgiving because I would assume food. And I am not allowed to decorate until after they've had their food. What is your favorite Starbucks order?
Oh, I don't like coffee, but their hot chocolate's not bad.
You like it with the oat milk, though.
Yeah.
So it doesn't hurt your tummy. And I will tell you all, I will be going there today because holiday drinks came out yesterday and the sugar cookie latte is back. That's my favorite. Let's see. I am a big fan, Scott. I am 11. Oh. Hello from the UK. My sis is in university and she is a big fan and she is 20. We love kindness and support to fellow artists.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, hello to you and your sis.
Okay, Sweet Shake says, good evening, Scott. Got any tips?
Sorry.
You really need to say pencil sharpener.
Sorry.
It's really like that pitch. Got any tips on how to combine both colored pencils and markers? I've wanted to try them out lately, but I'm too afraid that I'm going to mess up.
Oh, God, that's the best combination. There's a bunch of videos in the markers. Look, there's a markers playlist, and colored pencils and markers are wonderful together. If you lay down your colored pencils, the markers, the alcohol markers will melt the wax of the colored pencil, and you get like a really nice blending.
I used to be so focused on getting good art supplies that I completely forgot about actually practicing art. Now I just borrow paper from my classmates and use a cheap mechanical pencil and an eraser. That's derpy.
Good. The best thing you can do as an artist is to draw every day and just get good at seeing the world and drawing it, and then it's just learning the medium.
Yeah. Scott, are you planning on a Christmas themed series? I would love to see you do some sort of series then. That's 3Bs.
My plan right now is to take a little time to work on a personal project like I did with the Gothic Vampire. So I want to do a larger painting. And I'm also on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I am going to start working on the 90s music. But I'm going to do it in gouache. And you guys are all going to help me decide who I'm going to paint every day. So we're going to do polls and everything.
Have you ever used water-soluble wax pastels? They seem like such an amazing medium. You can basically paint with wax, especially if you use a water pen on them. I'm trying to get some at school.
Yeah, I don't think I ever have, no.
Gosh, I've never heard of those. I've been watching your other videos and shorts on a VR headset, and I think it's awesome that way. That is Dalton.
That's cool.
Huh. You're probably the first. Maya sent you a tip and said, "Morning, Scott and Donna. I love to watch your lives."
Oh, thank you. Good morning.
Let's see. Oh, I do have a cocoa brown, but I can't put it in the fountain pen because it's got a shimmer to it, and I don't want to clog up the fountain pen with it. I've got Winsor and Newton watercolors. Are there any tips? I really need help. Hope you can reply. That's Ben likes to draw.
Oh, Ben. Yeah, I love Winsor and Newton watercolors. Those are my favorite. So my biggest tip is to work from light to dark. Use your lightest, it's a transparent medium. Use your lightest colors, your yellows, your baby blues, your light pinks. You do those colors first. And then you come in with your mid colors, your regular blues, your greens, your reds, and then you finish off with your darker colors, your purples, your dark greens, your Payne's gray. And so that's really it. You're constantly building up your layers and layers and layers.
Okay, I think it's kind of funny how you're like, your Payne's gray, like your blues, your greens, your this, and your Payne's gray. Did anybody else catch that?
You have to have Payne's gray.
Yeah. All of the generic, greens, this, that, but Payne's gray. KPHHH asks a good question. Is there any career advice for someone who doesn't want to pursue art full time, but still wants to do something creative? I am really confused about my future.
Well, I would find something that isn't art related that you are good at. It could be engineering, it could be accounting, it could be sales, it could be something else. That way you can keep art as your passion and that thing that you just want to do for yourself. I hope that's what you were asking about.
Yeah, they want to do something creative for a career, though.
But they said in the first sentence that
they don't want to pursue full-time art, but still want to do something creative.
Well, then you could be a stage manager, you could be a game designer, you could be
graphic design.
Graphic design, I mean, that's technically art, but yeah.
But graphic design is more marketable. There are firms that do graphic design. Every company has at least a graphic designer on staff.
Yeah, for now, until...
Don't say it. Just don't say it.
Okay.
Because you know what? All the executives should be replaced, not the creative people.
I know.
You know how I feel about that.
Even Adobe Illustrator now has like AI stuff that you can do, and so I don't know. It's really kind of weird. All right, let's throw some gouache on this. That's as quick as I could do it.
That really wasn't quick. It's 9:30. Just throwing it out.
Two faces. I don't know what else I could say.
What's your favorite country to travel to?
We haven't traveled to many countries, but I'd like to go back to Italy.
Yeah, we've only been to Venice. Wi-Fi on planes can be sporadic. Today is a good day. There you go. Let's see. Scott's never done ceramics. Debating on, Sweeting, it says, hello, I'm debating on buying Prismacolor pencils, the 72 pieces, or Artex colored pencils, 72 pieces. Can anyone tell me which one to buy?
Well, if you can afford the Prismacolors, do that. They're definitely better than the Artex. I did test a whole bunch of colored pencils. And if you want to, there's a colored pencils playlist, and you can see me trying them all. But I've always used Prismacolors. The Caran d'Ache is the best that I've tried. But
Very
they're also
buttery.
the most expensive.
Yeah, very, very expensive. But buttery.
Yeah.
But actually, they might not be more expensive in your country if you're not in the U.S. I don't know where you are, but different countries, you know, where the pencils are made are could be cheaper. Okay. McLovin says, I'm visiting my family in Bolivia, and I'm currently on a mountain with very slow service. I hope you guys are having a good day.
Wow.
Okay. That's super cool. I mean, that you're there. That's super, super cool. I'd love to say I had family somewhere else. That would be kind of cool. Lula from the Tea Foundry is here and says, good morning and happy Friday. Wishing you all a big, full, steaming cup of tea from the chilly Southwest.
Hey, Lula.
Good morning, tea friend. I have...
Blow dryer.
Wait. 2 cups of steaming tea in front of me. Go ahead. Hi from Washington State. Nice. I have family in Washington State. Good night from Vietnam. Hello from India. Scott's going to use gouache today. I don't know why he did the pencils first, but we're going with chaos. Let me unmute you. Utaru says, Christmas feels like such a calm yet exciting holiday, which is why I love Christmas so much. I love just everything about it. The lights and the decorations and I just love everything about it. I love
Candy corn.
Candy corn is not Christmas.
It's not?
No, it's not. Peppermint is Christmas, not candy corn. So I'm a simp. So what says Scott? Your content has gotten me through so much. I just wanted to say thank you, and I really appreciate what you do.
Thank you.
Blow dryer.
Just so you all know, when you guys tell me that, it really does mean a lot to me. I can't know what everybody's going through, but if Donna and I being here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in any way helps you, that makes all of the struggles that we're going through worthwhile. And so thank you for telling us that.
I would second that. Very much so. It does mean a lot to us that you guys
Blow dryer.
want to be here with us. Hold on. Okay. I don't think he's tried the Staedtler watercolor pencils. I think he's only tried... Yeah, I don't think so. Let's ask when he's done blow drying. We have not watched the new Goosebumps. Have you tried the Staedtler watercolor pencils?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so either. What watercolor pencils?
The only two watercolor pencils I've tried are the Pentel and the Caran d'Ache.
There you go. Okay. Sorry, guys. Little sleepy eyes there. I gotta rub my eyes and get those. Let's see. Do you have any advice on art? I'm 11 and all my drawings look terrible and I'm on a budget. I love drawing, but it always comes out bad. Please tell me if you have any advice. That's FX World.
Yeah, there's a whole playlist called Art Hacks. I would do that. My favorite thing is there's a Draw Everything Every Day playlist, and I would say that is going to help you the most. Just draw something every single day. That's what you need to do, is you just need to build up that muscle memory between your eyes and your hand.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter what you draw on. You could draw on the back of an envelope for...
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. A pencil and a piece of paper, whatever kind of paper it is. Neil Finity sent you a tip and said, what is your advice for allowing yourself to be selfish and use my time to write and be creative while also putting value in that work?
I think a lot of people expect that everything they make has to be great, and they don't allow themselves just time to play around and practice and just doodle or write things just for fun. And that's part of the creative process. You know, just that's why I think the whole draw everything every day is great. And I know you're talking about writing, but write something every day would be another thing. But really, you just need to
set aside it.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would set aside time every day. And I don't care who you are. I don't care whatever, you know, you can set aside 15 minutes every day to do something for yourself, to paint, to write, to read, to do something that gives your life meaning just for you.
Yeah.
There is always a little pocket of time that you can do that. When I was working at a job, I would bring a book or a magazine and I would read on my lunch break. I would leave the building, even if I sat in my car and ate a sandwich. I would sit in my car and that would be my little time for myself. So you may have to steal that time because everyone's going to be pulling at you and wanting things from you and wanting you to do things, but there is always time. And you have to force that time. You have to make that time.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, 3B's Art says, ever since I won that journaling set, I've fallen in love with fountain pens. Thanks, Donna. I'm so happy
great.
to hear that. I love that. Fountain pens are my absolute favorite way to write. They make me so happy, and I'm so glad I could share that with you. I'm so happy. Is there any color that you guys dislike?
I'm not fond of like olive greens.
See, and there's irony in the fact that I love olive green and I can't stand orange. Have you ever done any other I'm gonna butcher this. Aroace, Aroace paintings other than the Hair Journal series?
Aroace.
Thank you.
No, I haven't.
Yutaru says, I'm currently drawing random objects every day. My streak is currently 46 days, and let me tell you, I can see a huge difference in my art thanks to your advice, Scott. Thank you.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
I'm going to do a blow dry.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead.
And
Stefano says, I'm so bad at seasonal drinks from Starbucks. They are too sugary. I think that's the problem for me.
So,
they are so sugary and I love them.
Can you guys see? This is
it's coming
peeling
off
off from the thing, so I'm going to clip it down.
Already?
Yeah, it's. I've had this paper for a while, so it's possible that the glue is just.
Oh.
You know.
Okay.
Like, I'm done. You know.
Yeah.
I'm 3 years old. I don't know. But.
What piece of art are you most proud of?
The Animal Crackers movie poster.
Oh my gosh. You guys, Scott's been doing art for since he was 6, and he's almost 50 years. I mean, a long time. Please don't compare yourself to him.
Yeah, don't do that.
Let's see. Oh, Tori says, good morning, Scott and Donna. Joining in from work today. I love the people you're drawing and painting. Thank you for keeping me entertained this morning.
Thank you. All right, so you notice that for gouache, I tend to use the flat brushes. It's just, I think it kind of gives you more of a painterly feel. So now that I've kind of gotten all the values down, I'm going to come in with my shadows and...
Explain values again really quick.
I'm sorry, not the values, but basically I put down just the general mid-tone colors. So unlike watercolors where you work light to dark, I'm going to go mid-tones, which is this, and then I'm going to go shadows, and then I'm going to come in with the highlights. So this is like the skin color and this before the light hits it.
This is the way you do it for gouache.
For gouache. And so now I'm just going to
mid-tones, shadows, and then highlights.
Yeah.
So the middle colors, the dark colors, and then the light colors.
Yeah, so this is I'm just going to paint all of the spots that the light isn't touching.
Okay. What brand of colored pencils are cheap and good quality?
Artex makes Art Beak, I think is what it was, right? Was the cheap one?
I think it was Art Beak colored pencils.
Yeah.
It was a set of 72 for $27.99.
Yeah, you'll see those on the website. Mm-hmm. So this is just generically where
those
the
are
shadow is.
Those are under products we've tried.
Yeah.
Wow. Figs and Arts. What courses do you think I should take in college? I'm looking for high pay but pursuing the art career.
Oh gosh. I would say animation, video games, probably. But art, artist and high pay are two things that don't usually go well together. If you want high pay, I would say get into like stock trading or something stupid like that. And not stupid, but
You're in the wrong industry if you want to be high paid as an artist. That's and keep in mind that is our experience.
Yeah.
Payush Asrani says, I want to start drawing, but my handwriting is so poor that everyone tells me if I cannot write properly, how can I draw?
Oh, God.
Scott's writing is terrible.
Yeah, you don't need to write well to be an artist.
No, that is a total falsity.
That's like saying you need to write well to be a doctor.
Oh, good God, they never write well.
But they have to literally write a lot more than artists do.
Not anymore. They do everything on the computer.
Yeah.
I tried gouache the other day and got frustrated with the paint piling up off the page. What tips would you have for that? That's John.
Try adding more water.
Ooh. Okay, I think this is an important question, but I don't know if you have any answers for it. Sky asks, how do you deal with seasonal depression? It's getting very dark where I live and wondering if you guys have tips.
Yeah, Donna's right. I don't know if I have an answer because I was dealing with that really bad
last year.
Last
winter, yeah.
I think it's something that I'd like to figure out too because it really, really hit me bad. And I've had some people recommend, what was it, like a sun
lamp
or something,
There's a lamp that you sit in front of for like 30 to 40 minutes a day, and it does it mimics the sun's rays. You should also make sure you're getting enough vitamin D. That was one of the things that the doctor told Scott last year, was make sure you're getting enough vitamin D. So if you're not taking a vitamin D supplement and it's really dark where you are in the winter time, you should definitely add vitamin D to your diet. I mean, talk to your doctor about it. I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor. But that is what the doctor recommended for Scott. Have you tried the Brustro colored pencils?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think you have either. And Bethany Nilfinity. Bethany is 100% correct. That book, Unicorn Space, was great. Dalton says a good high pay artist job is things like body art, being a tattoo artist. Huh. I didn't know that paid really well. Of course, I don't have any tattoos, so how would I know this?
I guess that's something definitely that AI isn't going to do anytime soon.
Scott, didn't you notice you could buy an expensive sketchbook but rather draw on a piece of paper and have fun?
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Keep in mind also, though, that once you buy an expensive sketchbook and you find out that you like it, you might just really enjoy writing or drawing in an expensive sketchbook. Hashtag me.
So I'm just looking at the photo reference and I'm looking for colors. Where are the blues? Where are the grays? Where are the pinks? Where are the whatever? And then
would you mind showing everybody what you're seeing in the? Because
let me hit a blow dryer real quick.
I think that's really helpful for everybody to see, especially with gouache. Brian, it's by the views. Not by the likes, it's by the views.
We are at the very ugly stage.
Oh, yeah, we are.
So...
And again, you're going from midtones to darks
to the highlights.
So
I'm seeing blues in here. There's usually blues. It might be easier to see if I zoom out a little bit. But you can see there's cooler colors down here. There's some cooler colors over here. Some purples, some blues, some greens. And so I'm just kind of just artistically putting some of those in there. And then I think what I need to do now is get a fine paintbrush and come in with the details. So that way, what?
When you put your hand over your mouth, it was hard to hear you.
I had sleepy sand.
I get it. I'm the same way.
But so let me do that. This is the part I really don't like.
Oh, Saroja says it was Artex. Oh, okay, thanks for that with the colored pencils.
Oh, okay. So the this is more like this. The most contrast where I put the blacks is always around the eyes.
And why do you do it that way?
Because that's where you're the black. The most contrast is where you're going to get the most attention.
Anne Marie is here.
Hey, Anne Marie.
Good morning, kiddo. How are you? And Anne Marie is correct. Harder pencils like a 2H or a 4H, the harder leads are not smudgy. However, Donna likes the 8B pencils because they're like butter. They're all smudgy and they're beautiful. Do you think the student Winsor & Newton travel watercolor kit is worth it? I frequently go traveling and I'm on a budget. That's Figs and Arts.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, I use the exact same case, and $25 is a great deal. It really is. And then you can always swap out those paints later on if you want to.
Hey, Anne-Marie, do me a favor and answer 3B's art question. 3B's art asked if anybody has any tips for working in graphite or for making portraits. And the reason I'm putting Anne-Marie on the spot is because Anne-Marie did the most beautiful red panda portrait for me and a raccoon portrait for Bethany. And it was stunning. I mean, I have it up in my office upstairs. Stunning. She does beautiful work with graphite. I bought a make-your-own paint set for fun, not knowing it stains my tablecloth, and it looks red now. Oh, no. I don't think you'd ever actually try to make your own paints, would you?
No.
I didn't think so. Everybody wants to know.
Not when we have Blick out there.
Yeah. I went to Blick, and it was cool. When I was out in California, I got to go to a Blick store.
You did.
I did indeed, and I do it again. Yes, you can tag us in a post. I don't know if Scott will do feedback, but on that. But yeah, you can tag us. Let's see. Could you draw a bald person?
Oh, I did in the hair journal.
Yeah, and not only that, but you also have done The Rock and a few other people. Jamie goes, "Oops, left you guys in the freezer again." For those who don't know, Jamie Brown is a baker. She's wonderful, and I highly recommend her. Her cakes and her cupcakes are to die for. Personal experience, and she often takes us to work with her. We were in the freezer for a while. Who are you painting?
This is an actor named Steve Martin. He's from olden times.
Oh, Atinarave says, when I started watching your content, my art style drastically improved, especially watercolor. I even developed an art style with vines inspired by the hair journal. Thank you for everything.
Oh, that's great.
Good for you. We would love to see some of your art. Love to see it.
All right. I'm going to see if I can Get us out of the... hold my hand, everybody. We're going to try to get out of the ugly phase.
Oh boy, this will be fun. Can you make a video where you start a drawing for every year, or where you show a drawing for every year you've been drawing?
I did. Mm-hmm. It's called Watch My Art Grow Over 40 Years.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. Do you have any tricks for how to keep the direction of the light in mind when adding highlights and shadows? That's Mark.
I think like if you're working on a material, like you see how I'm brushing the highlights in the way of the hair, keep that in mind when you're doing it. Is if you're doing cloth, work along the lines of how the cloth would kind of flow.
Okay, Celine says, seasonal depression, OMG, best things are to increase vitamin D intake. Most importantly, a multi-spectrum bulb, at least in one lamp that you can sit with for 20 minutes a day. Make sure to get multi-spectrum. I am making note of that. Good to know. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Oh, Anne-Marie says she used to put a Post-it saying which way the light was coming from. That's a great way to do it.
Yeah.
Taru says, Donna, I'm a fellow journalist and artist and absolutely love fountain pens, and my favorite medium is watercolor, so it feels like I'm part Donna and part Scott. It makes me feel so happy.
I love that.
That's cute. That's awesome. I love that. Jamie Brown says her brother makes a ton doing tattoos. Multi-spectrum lights are key. Awesome. Thank you for sharing this, you guys. And thank you for sharing all the things, because this helps everybody.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse, the newest one, and its end?
I haven't seen it.
We haven't seen it. No. But I will tell you, I'm absolutely a Disney sucker. Was just there. Jam says, good morning, looking good. Gouache is my favorite.
Oh, thank you.
Scott, have you seen Once Upon a Studio? And if you have, what are your thoughts?
I have not.
Danielle asks, cupcakes or waffles?
Waffles.
Cupcakes. Does Jamie Brown have a YouTube channel? I don't think so. Jamie, do you have a YouTube channel? Oh, she's the Brown-Eyed Baker on Instagram. And if you see her cakes, oh my goodness sakes, her cakes are amazing. And not only are they amazing, but they taste amazing. Bethany goes, Scott would probably pick waffles and Donna would pick cupcakes. So incredibly accurate. She knows us. Oh, Gail says you can see Steve Martin with Martin Short and Selena Gomez in Only Murders in the Building. Love that show.
Yeah. We watched a couple episodes of that.
Why didn't we keep watching that?
I think for two reasons. One, it's on Hulu and we don't have Hulu. And two, we were like,
I thought we had Hulu. We have so many things.
No.
Steph Nerd put Watch My Art Grow Over 40 Years. Thank you.
Thank you.
Joyveal says, also super exciting. My style is starting to click. I'm starting to experiment with anatomy to cartoony ratios, and there are just a few things left to iron out.
Fantastic.
I love hearing that. Gabriella says, good morning. I just woke up.
Good morning.
Megan says, olden times. I'm 23 and I love Steve Martin. Ugly Phase, pish posh. It looks so good, says Tori.
Thanks.
Scott, if you're still in animation, what's an animated movie or TV series you would work on?
If I was still in animation, well, I'd like to do my own, which would be the Dreamland Chronicles. But if an existing one, darn, they're not making Avatar anymore. I really liked that.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah, I honestly don't know. There's none currently going on that I watch.
Jump out at you.
Yeah.
Celine says, I have seasonal depression and it creeps up on me. The multi-spectrum light is so worth the cost if you can do it. You are most welcome. Good to know. We're going to have to look into that because last year somebody was not a happy boy.
I was not.
Not at all a happy boy. I think that was the first year that it really hit you.
Yeah.
And it was bad. I mean, it was really bad. Megan says, it stays really bright here in the winter, but I also keep lamps with warm lighting in two opposite corners of my office, and both keep the room lit up enough like sunlight. It helps a lot. There you go.
So, what time is it?
10 o'clock.
Okay. So we're an hour in, and I'm going really, really rough. If I were to spend more time on this, I absolutely would. Sorry, I'm just going to grab some pink over here. I absolutely would fine-tune every little bit of it because there's a lot of subtlety going on that I think I'd like to play around with. And I think once I have all of the shapes and everything, I think this is one of the funner parts is once I'm like, okay, I've got enough values in here. Now I'm just kind of tweaking and I'm just adding colors, and I think that there's something kind of fun about that. I'm going to show you. So, you see how I've got this shadow here? Mm-hmm. Well, there's this hard line, which I drew with the colored pencils, but that's gone. And I think the value is right there. So I'm going to come in with a lighter value. See this little bit of light right there? That's what I'm going to come in with. And probably even would be better to do that with a flat brush. So I'm going to take a little bit of orange, and I'm just going to...
Why with a flat brush?
So I can do that.
Okay.
But that was probably too much water. So I'm going to get some more pigment. And then just sometimes I'll just see a color and I'll just kind of lay some color out there. And I think just to kind of give it a little feeling of impressionism.
Anne Hemader says, Scott, you inspired me to use watercolors and discover my hidden skills. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Your videos make me cheer up so much when I watch them.
Oh, thank you.
Do you think Donald Duck, Daffy Duck, and Goofy are underrated characters? Also prisoners of storytelling.
Not particularly. I mean, didn't Goofy have his own TV series?
He did.
Or movie.
Yep.
The Goofy movie.
I saw the Goofy movie in the 90s when I was little, and this makes me love him. Any tips for getting the likenesses in this kind of a painting?
Tracing. Mm-hmm. Tracing. That is the biggest tool that people they don't use because they're afraid of what people are going to think, or they think that it's cheating or something like that. And I'm telling you that every artist who's working professionally and has to get a likeness will trace. It's just smart, and again, there's nothing wrong with it. So please, if you have someone's hiring you to do a commission and they want the character, the person to look like that, they don't care whether you traced it or not. They want it to look good. They want it to look like the person. So use the tools. That's why they're there.
You should try painting with the world's darkest paint.
If anybody ever wants to show me where I can get that from, can you get that at an art store? I might try it, as long as it's not too expensive.
I don't know. The blackest black?
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you watching any good shows right now? I just finished a good one, so I need something else to pick up.
We've been watching The Good Wife, which is an older show from like early 2000s. And
Yeah.
it's really good. It's a lot of drama.
Oh my God, so much drama. So much drama. Are you going to draw Mariah Carey for December?
I've never been a fan. And I worked on a music video for her once, and I got stiffed. And it wasn't her fault, the company that hired me. There was a music video, I forget the name of the song, Something Boy, and it had like video game segments, like kind of, and that was my job, was to do those segments. And I got stiffed out of like $5,000 in the 90s.
It's a little bitter still. Can you
Still
tell?
a little bitter.
Just a little.
But yeah, I'm not against it.
What is the best Winsor & Newton set for students?
I think the little travel kit, but actually Winsor & Newton reached out to me wanting to team up again.
Really?
Yeah, so I gotta reach back out to them and see what they have planned. But
yes, we are okay. As far as the Discord goes, we are going to be getting that back opened up again for those of you who haven't been able to get in. You have to understand too, please, that the mods help us with other things too, like the website and the shipping and the other things. So we try to like not make them do a million things at a time, but we will get the Discord open so you guys can join up to that. During the seasonal depression, how did you get yourself to make art, or did you make it at all?
Oh no, I still make art. I just was depressed while doing it. It's. I'm gonna come back to him, but it's. That was my first time going through it, and I just had a really hard go at it. That's all. But I'm just kind of one of those people who will keep making art every day. No matter what, because I don't want to lose time. Like I won't get today back. If I don't make art, I'll never get that day back. And I also know that if you stop doing something, it's really hard to get back into doing it again.
It is indeed. It is indeed. What are the best options for tracing?
I think projecting is the best thing, especially if you're using like a thicker paper. You can't really trace through them very well. And so there are projectors, and there's also apps for your phone. And here, and it's free. Here, I'll show you. So if I go to projector, and you go to photo library, and you do this, so you can see.
There it is.
Yeah, so like I can do that, and then you can see yourself drawing it underneath it.
Maybe you flip the paper over because it's hard to.
Yeah, it's.
You need a blank piece of paper to show it on. Yeah.
And you can see yourself drawing it.
There you go. Thank you.
And that's a free thing that you can do. You really want to put it on a tripod. All right. So it is 10 o'clock, or is it 10:05 or something?
It's 10:09.
Oof. Okay, I got 20 minutes to do John Candy. Let's see.
Brazen says Mr. Clock is running late. Indeed,
Yeah,
he is.
I'm going to have to slow him down.
Bethany says The Blackest Black can be purchased from Stuart Semple. I'll send you the link.
Okay, thank you.
Joyville says, I like to think that there is no real cheating in art except digital, and that anything you do is just you using your resources. Tracing isn't cheating when you are more interested in coloring.
Yeah.
Digital isn't cheating. Digital is just a different medium. What's cheating is AI. Stealing other people's art and all that kind of good stuff. Have you ever painted Esmeralda?
Oh yeah, many times. She's in my sketchbooks.
Gwendolyn Art says Stuart Semple's Black 4.0 is considered the blackest black, and you can only get it on his site.
Okay, he's not the bad guy though. The one that
I don't know. I don't think Bethany would buy from the bad guy. What's your opinion on artists getting doxxed?
I don't know. Is that something that actually happens?
Celine says, ooh, Christmas crooners/singers would be an awesome series for December. Bing, Nat, Johnny, Etta, Frank, Andy, Tony, Ella. Yes. Also known as the Rat Pack.
No one said Sammy.
That's true. Well, Celine didn't put that in, but yes, that's true. Tyrannies says, Quiet Lurker here, huge Steve Martin fan. Is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles your favorite film of his, or is there another?
Oh, God, no. Actually, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is not really on my list. I think I watched it once. It was okay, but I get uncomfortable with people, like the character that John Candy portrayed, and just someone being put into really uncomfortable situations. So it's a good movie, just not really one of my favorites. One of my favorites would probably be The Three Amigos, maybe.
Oh, you love that movie.
I do love The Three Amigos.
Yeah, you laugh your way through that movie. It's funny. I like Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Dirty Rotten Scoundrels is fantastic too.
I can't even.
Yeah, but you also like Father of the Bride.
Yes, but Dirty Rotten Scoundrels just makes me laugh non-stop.
All right, blow dry.
Which I really like to do. Hold on. Go ahead. You guys are giving us some really good questions today. We've got some really good questions coming in here. Lioness Layla Art asks, could you pick 5 people who inspired you to make art as a student?
My mom, my uncle, my art teacher, Mrs. Johns in high school, John Buscema, the comic book artist, and I'm trying to think of one other artist that I really liked.
You liked the Spider-Man guy.
No.
Ramita.
Huh?
Ramita.
No, not really that much. At the time, I think I was more into Todd McFarlane, but I'll say Frank Frazetta at the time I was inspired by too.
Scott did watch Our Flag Means Death, and he did paint people from that show.
Yeah, I did. But there should be a video with both the characters.
Mm-hmm. Did you watch the second season?
I haven't seen the second season. No, I just finished the second season of Good Omens.
Okay. We should watch that because all of the mods and our SBC friends were saying that I would like it. Our favorite season is fall.
All 2 weeks of it.
I think it was literally like 5 days. It was ridiculous.
I blinked.
Oh wait, I missed what that app was that you showed us how to use. The tracing app.
It's called Projector.
There you go. There was another really good question. Let me find that really quick. Laia Coop says, I'm just wondering if you have advice about motivation for finishing projects. I have a short attention span and never finish projects I start. Love from the US.
Oh, yeah. One thing would be do 90-minute projects, and then move on. The problem is a lot of people, they get a big canvas and they try to do big things and just do little sketches. Do sketchbooks, do a travel journal, I do stuff like 90 days of, or 60 days of studying the masters or the Bowie the Bear. Octobear was just a little quick thing. So try doing something like that. Those are 90 minutes. Surely you can handle 90 minutes. Because I have a short attention span too.
On that note though, and I do understand that, sometimes it's really hard to start something and keep going with something. Like, this is the first time in my life that I've journaled every single day. So I get that. And sometimes you do have to force yourself. Sometimes you just feel like, it's fine. It's not worth doing. But I'll tell you something. If you push through the feeling lazy or I'll do it later, that kind of thing. If you push through it, it becomes something that you look forward to doing.
Yeah.
And I look forward to, and I think about it every day. Like, we sit down to have dinner at night and I think about it every day. And I go, I get to journal when we're done with dinner. It's something that I look forward to. It's something that I get excited about. It's like, what color ink am I going to use today?
Yeah.
In your opinion, what are the best watercolors?
I haven't tried all of them, so keep that in mind. But I really have been happy with Winsor & Newton.
Bethany says the bad dude is Anish Kapoor, and his is called Vanta Black, and it's not available to purchase at all, and it's quite toxic to use.
Okay, great.
So we're good. I remember you saying that Vanta Black is the bad one. I remember that.
Didn't that person have like a show going on in Venice while we were there?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. How does tracing paper work? Because I saw photos of old illustrators using it, but didn't understand how to use it.
I don't know if I have a video on tracing paper, but tracing paper is just very thin paper. It's transparent. You lay it on top of like a photograph or your drawing, and you trace it. And then, actually, here's some tracing paper. I've been using it every day during the October. So I traced my drawing, and then I rubbed pencil on the back, or you could, use transfer paper, and then you just draw over your drawing again, and the pencils on the back of this will transfer onto the paper.
Steph Nerd is begging you to please not do Mariah Carey.
No, God. I feel compelled to.
Is your favorite Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse movie?
I only saw the first one, so I'm trying to remember. But I think I liked. I forgot his name. Hobie, or what was his name?
I don't know.
The main character. I thought he was pretty cool.
Oh, Bethany says Anish Kapoor totally had an exhibit in Venice while we were there, and everyone was vandalizing the posters for it. I might have if I hadn't already been taken care of. Interesting. What has been your favorite media that you've used over the years?
I think watercolors, though, honestly. Hold on, let me just do this. I really love gouache too, but I also love colored pencils, and I love just drawing, and to me, art feels like trying to say, hey, you can only eat one type of meal every day. And
honey, You do eat only one type of meat.
If I could, I would. But what I'm saying is that, you know, it's sometimes you just want a pizza, you know?
Oh, God, I want a pizza so bad now. Thank you for saying that. There are a lot of projector apps. Could you show the icon, please? Do you still use the Vankyo burger projector?
No.
However, we do have it.
There it is, projector.
We do have. It's with the pencil. We do have that in the garage in case he wants to do it, use it. So we keep it just in case. Any advice for painting elephants? I'm painting this for my Nan's twin, and I want it to be the best it can be. Let's go, duck.
Trace it.
Mm-hmm. Any
you
tips
want it to be perfect, trace it.
Sorry. Any tips for a beginner?
Draw everything every day.
What's your favorite food? How about a food journal?
Right now my favorite food is chicken noodle soup.
It really is. Which reminds me, I have to go to the store today. Artists get doxxed whenever they create art that a fandom dislikes to the point that those fandom members dox them. I believe doxing is never right, even if they made bad or controversial art.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, or if I'm recalling correctly, isn't doxing when people find out where you live and post that stuff online? And if so, why would someone do that because they don't like your art? You know, I hear so many stories about how the art community is so toxic, but I haven't experienced that. Is it the fandom that's toxic?
I don't know. It seems like that would be the thing, that the people online now have gotten to the point to where if they're negative, then they can be really toxic. Scott's had his art stolen.
Oh yeah,
so many times, and
you'll see my art.
Bethany's had her art stolen. I mean, it just happens all the time.
Yeah, people will say, "Oh, I saw your art at this gallery, or not gallery, but you know, like this shop." On posters or on pillows and whatnot. You can find it online. Mm-hmm. There's at this point, you really can't go worrying about that stuff. You make your art and you just keep moving.
Is it good if you want to start to draw again? Is a sketchbook a good start?
Absolutely.
Let's see. Do you recommend oil pastels?
That's
funny.
I would say if you want to get into oil pastels, follow Black Bean. They are amazing at oil pastels.
Yeah.
They're my oil pastel idol. I am not very good at oil pastels.
Yeah. Okay. What's the best journaling supplies that I would recommend? Also, best fountain pen as a fellow journal student. Okay, so here's what I've learned in my use of fountain pens over the last couple years. It is a very, very personal thing. Also, it is very hard to know what kind of pens you like and what makes you the most happy until you try them out. And there are pen shows that are basically worldwide. They have pen shows, and you can go and you can try things and whatever else. My favorite pen that I have, and I do not like a very, very fine point fountain pen. Our friend here who comes on here, Fiber and Brimstone, is completely the opposite of me. She loves a really, really fine point pen. And she and I kind of have an ink thing. She finds really beautiful inks. I like a very wide pen. And my favorite pen to date, I think that I have two that I really love. A Conklin pen, that has abalone shell in it that Scott got me, and I was gifted a pen by Gold Spot Pens. It is a Leonardo pen, and it's Italian made. And honestly, it is the smoothest writing pen, and I love it. So I think I would have to say that the Leonardo pen from Gold Spot is my favorite pen. I have tried a bunch of different inks in it. I am still working through my ink stash, but it makes me want to write, and I use it pretty much for everything. If I never had to use another pen again, I would use that one. Let's see. Can you send us the link to follow Black Bean, please?
I'm sure somebody can. I'm kind of painting right now, but
Donna, I know how much you love watching Charlie Brown specials. Who is your favorite Peanuts character? Snoopy. Do you use a fountain pen in your art and work?
I don't know. No, that's a Donna thing.
Every day. Have y'all ever had any issues with anyone sending you creepy fan mail or stalking or anything? Asks Brazen.
No, some people have tracked down our home address
which
and
creeps
sent
me
us
out.
stuff, which is a little
intrusive.
But we so far they've meant well. Like, it's just been usually just kids and stuff like that. But because we have like a PO box that's up on our website that we would prefer that people send stuff to. But so far, no, people have been very nice. Fortunately.
Let's see. Liska sometimes uses a fountain pen for line work before doing watercolors. It's a lot of fun. Who's your best friend?
Oh, my wife.
I would say Scott. Utaru says, yes, Donna, I absolutely agree. I dislike fountain pens with thin nibs. It just feels unsatisfying. I don't know if that's a word, but yeah. But it depends on, it just depends on what you like. It's the same thing with art supplies. Like, just because Scott likes watercolor and you come on here and you see him doing watercolor, you could try watercolor and hate it.
Yeah.
But you could like acrylics or oil pastels or something that he doesn't like. And isn't it great that there are so many different art supplies and pens and fun things for people to try? It's really cool. I do not paint. I am not artistic in that way. I do like to write. I have a paint by number that I haven't touched in a while that I'm hoping to pick back up again when I borrow a easel from Bethany. What watercolor do you recommend for beginners?
Any watercolor's fine. Just cheap watercolor's fine, whatever you can afford. I would recommend, if you're going to spend any money, to spend it on paper. Get better paper.
Paper really does make a difference.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw when Scott used the Crayola watercolors, which, by the way, don't last. But on the Artex paper, the colors were so vibrant. It was crazy. Paper makes a huge difference. I think it also makes a difference when you're writing, too. Have you ever tried any other art forms such as sculpting, welding, theater, etc.?
Not seriously, no. Gosh, this thing just doesn't want to.
Yes, Evan, we do remember you. Let's see. Ugh. Okay, thank you so much for showing that. You must have an iPhone. I don't have that one on Samsung. You know what? You could always email the company and ask them if they're going to make it for that platform.
Yeah. Or I'm sure there's a similar one.
Yeah.
I'm sure. It's not a difficult thing.
No. Try it. Try a couple of different apps. Let's see. Joybeal says, I've been crocheting for a while now, and I've been thinking and wondering if you've ever tried more physical methods, clay, yarn, or felting.
No, I'd like to try clay one day.
I knit randomly, but I knit. I do know how to knit. But Scott's not into fiber arts at all. Nicole says, aloha everyone, this likeness is so nice.
Oh, thank you. Aloha.
Rain says, Donna, I need some new tea recommendations, pretty please. I would, if I'm going to recommend anything, I would recommend the Tea Foundry, who is on here. Her name is Lula, and she has a lot of wonderful blends of tea. And you can find her. She's on Instagram, and she has a website. A lot of really, really great teas that you can try, different flavors and things like that. Also, the Scottish breakfast tea that she has is my favorite. I don't like anything flavored, but you can try that. Gwendolyn says, the worst possibility is someone showing up to your house and hurting you or calling the police and reporting a situation that requires SWAT or being hurt.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's part of the thing with, excuse me. It's part of the thing with being more well known.
It's hard when you're someone like us who, like, we're not trying to be famous or anything like that. We don't want to be famous. It never has appealed to either of us.
No, not at all.
So it's tough because, you know, we're not built for that.
No. We just want to make the world happy through art and stories. We don't really care if anybody, you know, I mean, there are people who make movies and do things seeking, what's that word?
Attention or?
Accolades.
Accolades.
We don't do it for that. We're not here for that. Yeah, so. Would you recommend getting into live streaming art?
If you like that kind of thing, yeah. It's kind of it's definitely different. Like, you know, doing art live streaming like I'm doing right now, there's a lot of pressure. You know, there's like, oh God, I hope this doesn't suck. And there's a lot less pressure when you're doing it at home for yourself. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know. If that's something that you like, if that's something that you want to do and push yourself, and I think it's great. Absolutely do it. But think about why you're doing it before you do.
Let's see. Yeah, Steph Nerd, I was really surprised at how tiny your writing was. I do think it depends on how much you write, how small you write. However, I like to write big. And I like to use, I mean, when you have a wider nib on your pen, it uses more ink too. And it puts more ink on the paper. It just, guys, it's a personal thing. It's like Scott likes watercolor. He likes what he likes to use. And so it's the same thing with writing. It's the same thing with fountain pens. And that's the best part, is they have extra fine, medium, bold, and then a 1.1 stub nib. I am the complete opposite of an extra fine. I like the 1.1 millimeter. So and it makes me happy. And yes, I do think my writing's gotten better since I've been using a fountain pen.
Honey?
What?
To me, you'll always be extra fine.
You're funny. As we sit here in the Hobbit hole in sweatpants with her. Oh, Daniel has a loaded question. Do you have any advice for young generations for relationships?
Ooh, this is what I told our son, who is in his first relationship, is make sure that they are your best friend.
Oh, God. I said that same thing.
Did you?
I said that same thing.
You're going to be living with this person, or at least that's the intent, for the rest of your life. Make sure they're your best friend. Everything else is secondary. Make sure they're your best friend. Someone who you want to talk to all the time.
About everything.
Yeah.
You appreciate their opinions.
Yeah. Like, if I have my choice of hanging out with Donna or going and hanging out with the boys, it's always going to be Donna. That
Same.
kind of relationship.
I don't know. I like hanging out with the boys. The adoration is good for my ego.
Yeah.
No, that's 100% true. Let's see. If you could only have 5 brushes, what type and size would you recommend?
You
guys love to limit his art supplies.
I would say I would just do the different round brushes that I would do. Gosh, what is this? Like a 1, a 2, a 6, and a 10. 1, 2, 6, 10. I don't know. And then maybe a very, very fine one. But I really don't use the very fine ones. And I would just do watercolors.
Has anyone ever told you that you look like Stanley Tucci?
They have. I did a video about it. I'm sure one of the mods can find it. But it's funny because I don't think I started looking like Stanley Tucci until I had to get glasses.
That's true.
Because I was working with Stanley Tucci's in-laws, John and Emily, and it never came up. At least not, they didn't say it to me personally. But I think if I was to go there and wear glasses, it would be a funny thing.
What's your favorite sketchbook and good morning? That's Storm Alchemist.
Good morning. Be Creative's watercolor sketchbook.
How much do you draw off screen, like stuff that you don't post to YouTube?
Very little now. Everything now is content. So I have to keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to finish this off screen because it's now 10:30. So, and I'm going to keep it loose. So I'm not going to do too much. But I kind of want to dabble a little bit more with it and see. But yeah, I think for 90 minutes, it's not bad, right?
I'm surprised that it's come out so good because it was looking really ugly there for a while.
It said the ugly phase is horrible. And this is, I would say if I was going to turn this into an illustration, this is about 75% done. Yeah. So the rest of it's just going to be going in and just smoothing some stuff out and getting some more.
And what are you going to smooth it out with?
Just probably the very, the number 2 paintbrush, and just really just come in with smaller brush strokes and just feather some of this stuff so it's not so harsh.
And are you going to use anything else aside from that?
No, I'll just stick with. I might, if I'm feeling frisky, I might bring the colored pencil back in. But
we'll have to see how it ends up, guys. He might be feeling frisky. He might be feeling droopy. Depends on how cold it is today.
But thank you all for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks everybody.
I'm going to try to start the 90s music on Monday. So look for, in the community section, look for a post about maybe voting.
A poll.
Thank you. And
we're losing our words today. Can you tell? We need a break.
I think we need some food.
We do. We need some food and we need a break.
We love you all. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yeah. Thanks for being here with us today, you guys. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a fantastic Friday. Do something good for yourselves this weekend. Give yourselves some time. Just do something fun for yourselves. Take a little bit of time. We will see you on Monday.